Welcome back to another episode of Wilds and Water Sailing. This week we experienced more of that wild winter weather while touring north through picturesque landscapes in the heart of the Great Bear Rainforest. We then stopped for a much-needed warm-up in the Bishop Bay Hotsprings. Hey guys, I'm Brooke. This is Conlee, and this is our princess/adventure dog Muoi. Together we live on board Acklet, our 38-foot tiny home on the water. Join us as we sail around the world and share with you a little bit more of this planet's wild side. As we were finding out was usually the case, the winter weather was once again temperamental. After just a couple hours of nice close-hauled sailing, we were out of wind. We rolled up our sails and started the motor to make the last few miles towards Oliver Cove, a small marine park where we planned to anchor for the night and a great jumping-off point for our long journey the following day. From the Seaforth Channel, we turned into the southern entrance of Reed Passage, an inside route between the Seaforth and Matheson channels and the quickest yet more challenging way of getting into Oliver Cove. The entrance is laden with drying reefs and rocks and takes some very careful navigation to get through, especially dependent on the weather further out. With big swells rolling in, there can be some huge waves piling up here. As we entered Reed Passage proper, we noticed an old Steelcraft winch tug. Log salvers, also known as professional beachcombers, have a long history on the BC coast. It used to be more common that bundled logs would come apart during transit, and salvers would be dispatched for recovery. Even though methods of transport have improved, log salvers still play an important role in removing dangerous hazards from frequently transited waters, while also helping to recover wood that can be put back into the marketplace.
Winds increasing to southeast 35 to 45, late Wednesday morning, and southeast 50 to 60, Wednesday afternoon.
The next morning we set out early from Oliver Cove, with calm, cold conditions and a hurricane-force wind warning hot on our tail. After dragging anchor a few nights earlier in 50-knot winds, we wanted to make sure we could find a good place to tuck in before the next storm hit the coast. The wind gradually picked up as we reached the Finlayson Channel, and before long it began to fill in light, but at times with gusts up into the 20s. We put up a reef main and our genoa being the larger of our two head sails, which is great for lighter air conditions. We had to jibe multiple times as we turned northwest through the turbulent Sarah Passage and into the Tolmi Channel. The wind was not exactly a perfect sailing breeze, and the further along we went up the channel, the more finicky the winds became. The weather quickly changed moods as strong willywaws began blowing heavy snow down from above, making the sailing conditions a challenge and diminishing our visibility significantly. Weird gust.
Snowdrifts on the sail.
Yeah! 23 knots, 25, 28. Yeah. They're right behind us. That was a bit crazy. We finally got some wind and snow. Snow is coming down over the mountains.
It's down to 2 knots, we'd be motoring here anyways.
Of course it is.
You switch the alternator over to service batteries. Shake.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so we saw the snow starting to come down over the mountains. Looked like it was gonna sock us in pretty quick. And next thing we knew, we couldn't see anything. We had the radar on, and wind went from about 6 knots to 37 knots really quickly. And we had already put 2 reefs in the main, which was good. But yeah, we decided just to take it down finally because the head sail kept backwinding and we had wind from all over the place and crazy gusts, big gusts. So instead of putting a bunch of extra wear and tear on our sails and our gear, we're just gonna motor for the last 10 miles to our destination. And yeah, we're kind of hoping the snow sticks though. It'd be nice to wake up with a foot of snow on deck tomorrow. Be some good insulation for us. Yeah, exciting times, yeah. The snow was accumulating fast and we turned into the cove just as darkness was falling. We soon realized that the cove was so deep we could nose right up to the shoreline. This meant we needed to drop the hook in the middle and run 2 stern lines to shore in case the wind came up at all. Conlee dropped Muoi and I off in the dinghy to run the shore lines while he went and set the anchor. It was a good thing we had run the stern lines because as soon as our heads hit that pillow, the wind picked up a lot. About midnight, we were back out, geared up, and running a 3rd line from our bow cleat over to the far shore. Of course, as soon as that one was secured, the wind died down again, with heavy snow taking its place.
Hello, Brooke!
Hi, Conlee!
I'm filming you, filming me!
After spending 2 nights at Horsefly Cove, we decided it was time to push on further north towards Bishop Bay Hotsprings. The last thing we needed to do was retrieve all of our shorelines, and we were pretty much ready to go. Hello! With high hopes of finding some of the southerly weather forecasted for the area, we weighed anchor and began motoring out into the Graham Reach. Unfortunately, we didn't find any of the wind we were hoping for, but the Graham Reach did bring vistas of snow-capped mountaintops, calm, quiet waters, and misty, temperate rainforest views.
Here we are in the Graham Channel, and we've made about 22 miles or so far. Right in the heart of the Great Bear Rainforest, and is it ever stunning? It's absolutely beautiful. It's chilly and there's snow on all the mountain tops, but there are waterfalls cascading down pretty much every slope, and we've got a bit of blue sky and sunshine, and it is, I tell you what, it's beautiful.
This coastline is indented with fjords extending 150 kilometers inland in some areas, and is part of the North American Pacific or Great Bear Fiordland. It contains nearly 20,000 miles of coastline extending along the continental shelf from Puget Sound, Washington in the south to Glacier Bay, Alaska in the north. These fjords and adjacent terrestrial valleys represent pre-glacial drainage lines, which now exhibit steep, glacially eroded slopes. The Inside Passage, an intricate maze of BC fjords consisting of channels, passes, and reaches, provides critical habitat for substantial northern Pacific cetacean populations, including fin whales, orca, and humpback. It also provides a protected route for marine traffic, including ferries, cruise ships, freighters, tugs and tows, fishing vessels, and pleasure crafts.
To turn up into the Ursula Channel, and just ahead of us and soon to be on our port side, we're gonna have Gribble Island, which is home of the Kermode or the Spirit Bear, and we're a bit early to see them. I'm sure they're still sleeping, but it is absolutely a magnificent place. It is so beautiful. I've waited my whole life to see this, and and it feels really good to finally be here. Me too, it's a very small dock. We made it!
Made it.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Is it hot?
Oh, that's nice.
Is it?
Okay, let's go get our towels.
Okay. Ready to go for a dip?
Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, hit subscribe and click that bell to be notified of our next video.
And action.
High five. Take two.
And action.
Take three. High five. More high five. High five. Hey, come on, look alive. High five. Come on. Come on. You're embarrassing me. Getting embarrassed. Come on. High five.
Jeez.
Shake a paw. Come on, give me a shake at least. Yeah, thanks. High five. Come on, high five. Come on, get it up there. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Ready? One more. High five. Come on, high five. Scratch your nose. You ready? High five. Come on. Come on, do it for the camera.
For the fans! For the fans!
For the fans.
Ready? High five! High five!
Mooi, high five. Mooi, high five. Mooi, high five.